morning, children. Now today you have science and we will discuss about the heartbeat, heart rate, pulse rate, and I just want to discuss again the structure of the heart. Now in the previous class we have already discussed. So if you see the structure of the heart, then the heart has 4 chambers, right, and 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. So the upper portion is the right auricle and the left auricle, and the lower portion is considered as right ventricle and left ventricle, right. So if you see the circulation of blood that takes place in the heart through these auricles, then you can see this is the right auricle. So these right auricle will receive deoxygenated blood. If you see the circulation of blood through them, then if you see the types of blood that circulates in these chambers, then actually there are 2 types of blood circulates in our body. One is oxygenated blood and the other one is deoxygenated blood. Now what do you mean by oxygenated blood? Oxygenated blood means the blood containing oxygen, which is also called pure blood. And deoxygenated blood means the blood rich in carbon dioxide, which is also called an impure blood. So these 2 types of blood, pure blood and impure blood, or oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, circulates through these 4 chambers of the heart. So if you see the circulation of blood that takes place, then this right auricle will receive the impure blood, the deoxygenated blood rich in carbon dioxide. And from the right auricle, the impure blood will passes to the right ventricle. The blood is still deoxygenated blood, impure blood. And from the right ventricle, the blood will passes to the lungs. Okay, lungs for the purification of blood. So in the lungs, the deoxygenated blood, the impure blood will be purified and that blood will become oxygenated blood. So once the blood is purified in the lungs, then that pure blood, that oxygenated blood, the blood which contain oxygen, that pure blood will be received by left auricle. And from the left auricle, that pure blood will passes to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, that oxygenated blood will be distributed to each and every part of our body. That is how the circulation of blood takes place through these 4 chambers. Okay, then comes the functions of the heart. Now if you see the main part of the circulatory system, then there are 3 main organs or main part of the circulatory system, and they are the blood, heart and the blood vessels. And the blood will carry nutrients and oxygen to each and every cells of our body or to each and every part of our body, right? And the and the heart, which is the pumping organ, the heart which is made up of muscles, cardiac muscles, it is a pumping organ, and the heart, it will distribute or pumps the blood to different parts of our body. So if you see the functions of the heart, then the heart has 2 main functions. Since I've already told you that there are 2 types of blood, one is oxygenated blood and the other one is deoxygenated blood. So the heart, the function of the heart is to circulate these 2 types of blood in our body. So the first function of the heart is the heart will pump or distribute the oxygenated blood the blood containing oxygen and nutrients to each part of our body. That is the first function of the heart. Then the second function of the heart is, this heart will again collect the deoxygenated blood, the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide from all the parts of our body, then send it to the lungs for purification. So these are the two main functions of the heart. All right. Now comes the heartbeat. Now what do you mean by heartbeat? The rhythm or the beat of the heart. Actually heartbeat, it is the rhythm or the beat of the heart is called the heartbeat. That means the contraction, the rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart muscle is called the heartbeat. Okay. And so heart, since it is the pumping organ, it pumps the blood. So the pumping of the heart can be heard as a regular sound or the noise generated by the beating of the heart due to the flow of blood through it. And this regular sound of the heartbeat is called lub-dub sound. I hope you all are familiar with these sound, right? And the doctors, to hear the lub-dub sound, to hear this regular sound of the heartbeat, the doctors, they use an instrument and it is called stethoscope. Okay. Then what is the number of rate of the number of heartbeats in 1 minute? So if you see the number of heart beats in 1 minute, then it is 72 times, which means the normal heartbeat of an average or a healthy person is 72 times per minute, which means in 1 minute our heart beats for 72 times. Okay. Then comes the we can feel the rhythmic movement of the heart, or we can feel it in different places in our body, right? Such as the wrist or the neck region. Okay. Then comes the heart rate. Now what do you mean by heart rate? Heart rate is the number of times, which I've already told you, the number of times that heart beats in 1 minute is called the heart rate. And another term is there, pulse. What do you mean by pulse? Now pulse, actually it is the beat of the heart that can be felt, okay, by any of the artery that lies close to the skin. That is our pulse. Then comes pulse rate. Now what do you mean by pulse rate? The number of pulse beat in 1 minute is called pulse rate. And pulse, what is pulse? It is the number of times that heart beats per minute. So these are the different terms: heartbeat, heart rate, pulse and pulse rate, which are all related with actually the number of times that our heart beats in 1 minute, and that is actually 72 times. All right. So thank you, children.